to section 1.3, part 2. We're going to continue our order of operations, this time getting a little more complicated. So let's write our please excuse my dear Aunt Sally again. And remembering again, multiplication and division happen together. Same thing with addition and subtraction. So I look at number 7. I look and I see I have fractions. So for fractions, I'm going to treat it as two separate problems, the top part and the bottom part. Okay, so I'm going to separate it out. So when I look at the top, I have 6 times 4. Okay? And on the bottom, I have 4 plus 3 squared minus 1. When I work with the top half first, I see that all I have is multiplication. So that's what I'm going to do. 6 times 4 is 24. On the bottom, I have a lot more. I have addition, exponents, and subtraction. So I look at order of operations. I have to do my exponent first. So I'm going to do my exponent here first. So if I do my exponent, I have 4 plus, because I haven't done anything with that, 3 squared is 9, minus 1. I'm still not done yet, because I have stuff on the bottom. When I look at the bottom, I have two things, addition and subtraction. Which happens first? Whatever one is on the left happens first. That's our rule. So we need to do 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 is 13. So let's write it over here so we can remember what we have. So we have 24 on our top, that's simplified. And now we have 13 minus 1. So we're going to finish by doing 13 minus 1. So I'm going to have 24 over 12. 24 over 12 we can simplify. 24 divided by 12 is 2. So I know what you're telling me. There is division here. Why didn't you do division in the same order that it tells us to? Okay, in these cases, this fraction bar separates my problem into two parts, the top and the bottom. When I have fraction bars, I need to separate into two problems, the top problem and the bottom problem. Then once those are simplified, then I can do my division last. I know it's out of order, but remember this fraction bar just separates it into two problems, the top problem and the bottom problem. The top problem and the bottom problem both follow order of operations just like they're supposed to. Right, so let's look at number 9 here. So again, I have my two parts. I have my top part. That didn't really work. I have my top part here, which says 5 squared times 2. When I do order of operations, I have to do my exponent first. So 5 squared, over here, is 25 times 2. Okay, one step at a time. I don't do 5 squared and multiply it by 2 at the same time. One step, 5 squared. On the bottom, I look and see that I have addition, subtraction, and exponents. So when I look at order of operations, I know that exponents have to come first, so that's what I'm going to do. 1 plus 6 squared is 30, 6 minus 12. So then we move on to step 2. We move in and see what we need to do on the top and the bottom again. So when I look at the top here, all I have is 25 times 2. So that's what I'm going to do. 25 times 2 is 50. Okay, but on the bottom I have a different story. I have addition and subtraction. But I know that order of operations tells me that addition and subtraction happen from left to right. So the first thing on the left is my addition. So that's what I'm going to do next. 1 plus 36 is 37 minus 12. I haven't done anything with the 12. I'm just going to write it down. Again, don't do more than one step at a time. That's how you get messed up. Okay. So we continue. My top is simplified, so I'm going to leave it as it is. However, for my bottom, I need to do that subtraction. So 37 minus 12 If I put that in the calculator, I get 25. And now that I'm at this point, now I have just a fraction that can be simplified. So 50 divided by 25, how many times does 25 go into 50? The answer is 2. So the idea is that I go from this complicated formula down to my simple answer using order of operations. Okay? If you don't follow order of operations, you'll come up with a different answer than I did. Okay, so make sure every time you go back to this, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and you follow what it says. If you do that, you'll be just fine. So now we're going to have you do section 1.3, checkpoint 2.